So here is my layout. Unfortunately, I can't really zoom in to show you guys, but if for any of you guys on the platform, you'll be very familiar with this window. You can click this little short locate button at the top toolbar, and that would open a new locate window. Now, the locate window works hand in hand with our level 2, our order entry. As I was telling you guys before, so this was a hot short today, TMDE. You see right next to where the symbol is, there's that little red LR, which that means locate required. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type TMDE into my locates window. I can click the locate button and it's going to come back with a price. You see it's 0.0045 per share. And what I'm going to do right now is accept it. And notice a few things have happened, right? First off, the little red LR is now showing a green 100 of 100. That means that I have 100 shares available to short of a total of 100 that have been located. Additionally, as I was talking about before, in the inventory, you see that I now have this TMDE available where I can credit it back. And I can click that button and make it available to the next TradeZero customer. So let's actually do a short here. Let's show you guys how this thing works. I'm just going to do it at the market, not going to mess around with, okay. There we go. So now I've shorted 100 shares of TMDE and I'm down 50 cents. Okay, no biggie. Let's go now and notice that when I've done that, the little red LR is back because I don't have any locates available to short more shares. But when I cover the stock, we see that I actually made 50 cents and the 100 shares are now back and available to be credited. So again, the 100 of 100 is here again. So let's now show you guys how this works. And there's no guarantee that when I click this button that the shares are going to get bought by someone else. There's a high degree of likelihood when a stock is in high demand because there's generally a lot of turnover. So I'm going to click that button and we're going to sit here and we see that now the red LR is back because these shares are now allocated to the credit pool. So we can't let you go short on something because someone may buy that and then all of a sudden you don't have a locate. So we'll just let that sit there. There's one other thing I wanted to show you guys in real time because we talked about the single use and the pre-borrows for threshold securities. So TURB is a threshold today. You can check the NASDAQ Reg Show threshold list. It's on there, trust me. So when I click locate, it's going to come back with two options here. I can choose a pre-borrow at 7 cents or a single use locate at 3/4 of a penny. And once I click either one of those, I'm now going to be in a position to short TURB. I selected the single use. And so just looking at the current setup here of TURB, I have 100 available. I'm going to short it right now, which I'm now short 100 shares. I'm going to come in and cover it. Notice the red LR is back. But what's going to happen when I cover this one this time is the red LR is going to stay in place because this is a single use locate. Yeah, you can't put in fractions of a decimal when sending an order. So now that I've executed and done that round turn on the short sale, you see that the red LR is back because again, this is a threshold security. It's hard to borrow. And I chose the single use locate feature. It's very important for traders to know that, hey, when I have purchased a locate, money's come out of my account, it really just benefits you. When you know that you're no longer needing that locate that you purchased, just click the credit button. And even if you shut off your computer and you leave, it's just like sending an order out to a limit order out to buy a stock. You don't need to be logged in order for that to happen. And when it does execute, you'll actually receive a credit back into your account by way of a fee credit. So it really makes sense whenever you no longer need something, regardless of the situation, whether it is you never used it, whether it is that you did a few successful trades, the reason doesn't matter. You want to make sure that you make that liquidity available to the next person because someone can and will come along and take those shares and have them reapplied to their account, and you would receive a credit back on that trade.
There have been plenty of times where I will want to short a stock and I'll go ahead and get the locates, but then the move may have happened or I didn't feel comfortable with it anymore, whatever the case is. And this is kind of nice to say, okay, cool. Plan B is to go ahead and get the credit back as well.
That's right.
So that's always something new that I've learned today. Someone asked about the average price or cost for shorting a stock. I think that's a little bit too vague.
Yeah,
but I want to bring it up.
It's really stock dependent, guys. The more availability, the cheaper it is. The less availability, the more expensive it is.
Yeah.
I had someone the other day, saying to me, "Hey, this is the $3 stock. Why is the locate at 4 cents?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but you see, it's a 600,000 share float. That means that there is just not a lot of availability, even though it's $3. So there's not a lot of opportunity to source liquidity on that." And we work with 14 different liquidity providers that help us facilitate the locate needs for our customers. So if we're not finding it, chances are no one's finding it.
Yeah. And then just real quick, because I think this one's important. Question is, if I mark a locate for credit, can I still use it if I change my mind? I assume they can just say, take it out of the market pretty much, right?
Yeah, you would just cancel the credit order and then just go and short it again.
Okay.
So yeah.
Awesome.
Very easy.